135 of Wassup Flobo, the show we get to hang out and chat with you. A lot of things going on in my digital efforts. I figure I put everything into one quick video. But before I do, just want to say this episode and all the other episodes brought to you by StreamYard. StreamYard.com is a platform I use to distribute all of my live shows and podcasts, and you can be on one too. Listen, there is a link in the description in this little box below. Click the link, get some store credit, get some school credit to try some of the premium features. Hello, everyone. It's your boy Flobo. 135 of these, man. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing, but I love the fact we're doing it. Just want to chime in with you. I know we talked about different things on the show, but consider this episode a state of the channel address, just to say what's going on at the end of the year and what to look forward to next year. But before I get into that, allow me to brag a bit. My debut comedy novelty song, Alone in the Club, reached a milestone this week, 1,000 streams on digital. 1,000 streams is not a big deal. I mean, a lot of times there's people who make millions upon tens of millions, but it's a big deal for me. And that's all that matters, man. That's right. 1,000 people decided to, at least one person 1,000 times, decided to sit down and listen to my ode to the original lockdown this year. Back when I rushed out to stock my kitchens with so much food because I didn't know how long the lockdown was going to last, only to realize that I had the worst food imaginable in my fridge and I couldn't invite anyone over to help me eat it. And I said, oh man, it'd be a cool idea. Alone in the Club, available on Spotify, on YouTube, Apple Music. Just type in Flobo Boyce, Alone in the Club. 1,000 streams, man. That's pretty big. That's actually the most streamed audio track I have. Like my album American for Now combined has more, obviously, but like as far as like a particular track, I think or even 10,000 Life Coaches, I think Alone in the Club far and away. So people are asking, man, when's the next song? Thing is, I've been wrestling with it. I've been struggling with it. I got the music. I have the lyrics. This one's more about my gaming personality. I comment and I play games as Novanta, and I was trying to see if I could do like a Novanta's theme. So it's kind of like this thing where I have the pressure now of trying to make it entertaining, a different kind of humor. I just been paralyzed by so many choices. But a second song is in the works. Not sure when it's going to be released, but it's actually there. This week on the flagship show, Wassup Flobo After Hours, I had the pleasure of combining my most downloaded guest in Jim Alexander with my most requested guest, TK Trinidad. And we had a bit of a reminiscing of our time at our former network of AfterBuzz TV. And I know a lot of our fans remember us and know us from the AfterBuzz TV era, but it's definitely cool to hear war stories with this combination of people. I think both Jim and TK are straight shooters in that way. So I was able to see no sugarcoating, just straight opinions, how they felt about life, about COVID, about other hosts in the business. So if you haven't checked out Wassup Flobo After Hours, and if you haven't checked out the show at all, this week's episode is called Old War Stories, featuring Jim Alexander and TK Trinidad. Make sure you check that out. As for the other stuff, New Amsterdam, the brands, New Amsterdam Entertainment, which is what this show and every other digital offering is underneath, is official as of 2020, but it's been a used service mark since 2017. We are sponsoring our first ever esports tournament. I'm a big Rocket League fan. I cast Rocket League, and by casting, I mean I commentate Rocket League as an analyst. So we're actually, the New Amsterdam brand is sponsoring our first ever Rocket League video game tournament, which I get to cast as well. And that's coming this Sunday over on the Senior Series Esports Twitch channel. I'll make sure to post an update about how that goes. So excited to stretch the brand, New Amsterdam. I actually made a post about this on my Patreon. I'm so glad because the original idea of New Amsterdam was to have a community for creatives. The first iteration of the business, vis-a-vis, was a stationary company. It's because most creatives like to write or jot things down, but I figured take the digital part out and make it more tactile. But when that did not work out and moving over to the podcast, I still felt the need to like connect other people of different races or different creeds and cultures in creative endeavors. So if it's a podcast, if it's sponsoring an esports tournament, is it going back into merchandising with travel gear and luggage? Maybe. I mean, that's why I like about the brand. It's very malleable in that way, and the esports tournament might be a step in that direction. But yeah, that's the major things I'm working on. And as far as the holiday season, there's some questions. I've been asked whether or not it's going to be a slowdown, if it's going to be a shutdown from going dark, those couple weeks. I'm going to say effectively no. I'm going to be working on something every day. I'm not sure if it's going to be as intense. I know New Amsterdam Radio, the podcast, has episodes through at least Christmas week. So I pretty much won't go dark on there. But as far as after hours, as far as What's Up Flobo, as long as I'm well and I have something to chat about, those will go on as scheduled. It maybe not have guests because I understand, especially here in Los Angeles, this is the time of the year where everyone kind of ups and leaves and visits family and turns off their phones. So going to make sure we have a little bit of a holiday slate programming. So if you're home with your family during these weeks, you can still check out some of the shows and offerings. Well, that does it for me on this edition of What's Up Flobo, man. This show is every Wednesday and Friday live on YouTube, and you learn more about this show and all the other shows at newamsterdam.com. That's KNEW Amsterdam.com. Now, my Patreon, the place where you get access to bonus content, early access to shows like Flobo saw on Netflix, show notes, full-length interviews, all that good stuff. It's available at Patreon. That's Patreon. Patreon.com/Flobo Boyce. So support the homies, support creatives. This is what I do during the week. This is what I do during the day. This is a job. This is a career. So any and all support would be greatly appreciated. But until Friday, I'm out. It's a holiday season. Make sure you call your family. Make sure you do something nice with harmony and togetherness and all that jazz. I'm out. I'm going to go for a walk today. Yeah, I'm going to go for a walk. Yeah, because I'm not going to go for a run because I'm still injured. If you guys listen to What's Up Flobo on Monday, you'll know why I'm injured. I'm going to go for a brisk walk to get my steps in there. So see you Friday.